This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me the Nokia 7205 Intrigue for Verizon Wireless. Now, Nokia hasn't made a very big splash with Verizon in the past, but I think this is a handset that could change all that. You can see in the back here it has a 2 megapixel camera with a LED flash. It has a very sleek body, and one of the really cool things about the body is that it has a hidden OLED display that's actually touch sensitive in points. And I'll show you a little bit more about that a little bit later, but one thing I want to point out is look what happens when you open it up. It has nice smooth lines, very thin profile, and just a really good build quality. Just really comes across as a very nicely made device. The keypad on the 7205 Intrigue is perfectly flat, but it has nice finger guides all over it. Reasonable feel. The D-pad is not the best we've seen. Not a real fan of these membrane type D-pads. Has better feel than some of the other devices we've looked at recently, like maybe Motorola's i9 for Sprint, but it's not as good as a real D-pad would be. In general, though, it's quite usable. You can see the controls here for turning on the speakerphone, for activating the camera, clear and back, and then normal soft keys and call keys. It's a QVGA resolution display, 262K colors is capable of. The external display, as I mentioned before, is monochrome. You can see the device is very slick, picks up fingerprints a bit, but it is really good looking. One of the really cool things with the device is this new habitat mode. What it does basically is it shows your contacts on the home screen based on chronological order instead of alphabetical order or something like that. So you can see when calls come in or messages or something, these three contacts that are up on the screen right now, represented by the chicken, the butterfly, and the polar bear, are three contacts that have recently made touch with this phone in some way, whether it's a phone call or text message, anything like that. The red indicator in the corner of the chicken picture there shows that I missed a call from that particular person. And I'll show you how that works in a bit. I want to show you how the external controls work. We're going to bring up the controls, and in order to activate the music player, I'm going to hold down the play button for a second. It'll ask me to confirm, and then it gives me options as it loads the application. You're going to see play all, so I'm just going to play some of the tracks that I've purchased from the Verizon Music Store. And you see I can move from track to track. All works pretty well, and when you open up you see that the application is actually running on the inside. I'm going to show you what the external OLED display looks like when it receives a call. It shows you caller ID information. So here you see I'm getting a call from my buddy John Doe. And I'm just going to end the call so we miss it. You can see we have missed calls. I hit the select button and I can move and look at the different entries. It's pretty cool. You'll also note that now that we're inside, the icon for John Doe, which is the polar bear, shows up at the bottom of the list, meaning that he was the most recent contact to touch base with me somehow. In this case, it was a call. I can press down on the D-pad to go into habitat mode, and then I can see what's going on. So pull up John Doe's record here, and you can see I just missed a call from him, and we've swapped a couple of SMS messages. It's really a cool system.